I'm not done yet!
Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Today we'll be talking about cheat codes, action replays, game genies, game sharks. You get the idea. Basically, cheating devices. So, what do I use for cheating devices? So, other than just putting in codes for like games that's already emulated, like ROMs and such, which you could find on the internet anywhere, including cheat codes for books. I actually have a ton of those. They're just over there, I forgot to take it out, but there's a lot of codes you can literally put into the game without actually having a cheating device like a Game Genie, Game Shark, etc. So here's some, and I mean some as in all, that I even have for a game enhancer. So that's what a lot of these would be called. Video game enhancer is literally the word I am seeing the most. So, let me talk to you about the Game Genie. The Game Genie, of course, this is the first one that I'm aware of that lets you cheat through your games. You put in a certain code to either have infinite life, infinite health, infinite ammo, invincibility, sorts of stuff like that. This one only works for the NES, as in the original Nintendo Entertainment System. Games as in The Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Bros., Contra, Punch-Out!, and many more, of course, from the original NES days. I've used this for just playing Battletoads, mainly because I wanted to get the Rat Run. Was it the Rat Run? Or the high-speed, like, level just to get there so I could try it. I still haven't beaten it to this day, but I was close one day to actually doing that. So there is that. So I would say all these were actually by, except for one, by Ricardo, by the way. I give him a big shout out because, man, thank you, dude. You're like literally like the best for all my gaming needs, really. Besides, you know, retail stores that I can also find too. But you're better deals for sure. So if you're ever here in Utah, I would say just go to the Swami on River Road drive-in theaters. So you would know if you live in Utah. So that's all I'm gonna say. So anyways, next I'm gonna go with the Super Nintendo. So Super Nintendo, of course, you can do other games for the Super Nintendo, like Kirby Superstar, Contra 3 Alien Wars, Super Punch-Out!, Star Fox, F-Zero, Link to the Past, Super Mario World. Games like that you can play for the Super Nintendo, you can use for this Game Genie. I have used this game on a recent game called Hagane. I just wanted to see how far I can get. I got to level 3, and then I started putting in infinite life and infinite health, and of course it got easier because I put the word infinite health in, and that was a thing. Infinite health code for me was a little bit harder to find because almost like no one had it, and I found it, so I was pretty happy about that one. Other game was like games that, you know, have like one life or just only no continues. I can't remember what it was like. I think it was like Animaniacs. I kind of suck at some games, of course. We all suck at games. We can't be all perfect at everything. So, yeah. So Game Genie again. That's gonna be the last Game Genie because I don't think they went past Super Nintendo. I could be totally wrong. I know they had Game Boy, and I think, yeah, I think there was a Genesis one, but I'm looking for the Genesis one. Anyways, next one we're gonna go to the Nintendo 64. I actually haven't really used it as much. I've only used it in like one game just to try it out, and that's of course Super Mario 64. Now of course you can play a bunch of 64 games with the Game Shark, including, if you don't know, if you don't want to hack, well, I guess you could say hack. If you don't want to trim off the NTSC region locked part of your Nintendo 64 and you don't want to do that, you can put this in your 64 to get bypass that and just play any region game from anything for Nintendo 64. It could be Japan, Europe, anywhere. So that's another good reason to have a Game Shark Pro for Nintendo 64. And if you don't want to do that, of course, there's always the mod your 64, just basically taking off the two end sides to play Japanese imports. So like Custom Robo, and Sin and Punishment, for example. But of course, there's a bunch of other 64 games like Legend of Zelda, F-Zero 64, or sorry, F-Zero X, Star Fox 64, Pokemon Snap, and a bunch of other games. Like I said, I only played it for Super Mario 64. That's all I really used this thing so far for. And yes, there was this adapter here that you could download any codes into your Game Shark Pro 64 carts and, well, put them in there like that. But nowadays you can just literally manually do it yourself, and I don't know if you can still use that or not. If you want to, that's an option. So, the next one is the last Game Shark I have. There is one for the PlayStation 1. I think that's the only way to play imports. I think it was kind of Blame or something, or I'm thinking about the PC version of it or something like that. I don't know. So there's Game Shark Lite. This is for the Nintendo Dreamcast. For the Sega Dreamcast. For the Sega Dreamcast, I've actually really 100% wanted to use this for Sonic Adventure 2 because I wanted to get all the downloadable content when it was still live on, well, the internet. But it's no longer continued, and I wanted to get all of that, but there's no codes available like that. It's only like, play as Supersonic right now, or something like that, but, you know, stuff like that. And of course, I would say I use the Game Shark, this one, especially for House of the Dead 2, because of course you could die fast, and you get spread apart, and you can put infinite lives, and you can probably beat the whole game in one go. That's how I like that. I like doing that with the Game Shark. The Game Shark Lite. There's been tons of different versions of Game Sharks and Game Genies and action replays, which we're going to get to right now. But before, there is other games for Sega Dreamcast, as in Skies of Arcadia, Jet Set Radio, Saber de Amigo, Space Channel 5, Shenmue, Grandia 2, and many more. Just go check it out. Yeah. So, the last one here is the Action Replay DSi. This was during when the Nintendo DSi first came out, and also they were implementing DSi, well, games for the eShop. So I got this for a time when Pokemon Platinum was brand new, and really I only used this for the Pokemon games. I was trying to 100% complete my Pokédex for Pokemon Diamond. I was literally, I think, 10 or 9 Pokemon away to 100% finishing the whole Pokédex at that time. So I gave up and I just put in the codes and I got them. And then I later found out that you can put in shinies, what levels, what they can learn, and what's their breed or whatever. I forget, but I learned all that through YouTube and Google. And I think it was like the best way for me to catch any Pokemon I wanted and also make a shiny and also to max out their stats was that way. But I didn't really care because I was basically done. All the Pokemon needed left was basically through events, or you can't get them anywhere else. So like I think it was like Celebi, because Celebi, because you could no way get it or without an event, and that event happened like 4-7 years ago from like Pokemon Ruby and Diamond or Ruby and Sapphire. So there's no way you could have gotten it. So like that. So at that time, I got it. I might be wrong. It might be Celebi, or it might have been like, I want to say Jirachi. I don't remember. It was something like that. I'm not sure. No, it's not Manaphy, but I don't know. Anyways, regardlessly, I used this mostly for Pokemon Diamond. I did use it for a little bit of Platinum. I don't remember all the games I used it for. I did use it for Kirby Superstar Ultra to try to beat the boss rush mode, to beat all of the bosses, and then I couldn't do it. I got to like a point, as far as I could get to, and I just had to keep trying, didn't get that. I tried to Game Shark, the Action Replay, and it worked. I don't remember if there's any other games I really used this for, but those were like literally the main ones I used it for. I haven't used this Action Replay in forever. Meaning not this, like it's my only one, by the way. But I haven't used it in forever. I don't know if it works still. It should hopefully still work because I don't touch it. Even the cords that I still had this originally with is still next to each other with my Pokewalker for Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So that's how much I used this a lot back in the day, especially for Pokemon Platinum and whatever else. Diamond was like infinite money and gave me like 0 time. And I should have never done that one because it takes way longer to save anything, like literally anything. So I should have never done that one. But regardlessly, that's kind of really it for today. So there's all my cheating devices I use just to play through games. I have to say, don't be scared about having to use these because, well, sometimes they're actually really needed. Like, if there was a really hard game you could never play, you could never beat, you just wanted to play just to have fun with it and not actually really try, yes, I would say get one of these Game Sharks, Game Genies, Action Replays, anything like this, because, well, you're going to need to get, well, something like it. Because, well, you're never going to probably pass through a game like House of the Dead, for example, for me, or Hagane, or something else that's hard I can't think of right now. Maybe Ninja Gaiden, I don't know, something that's just very hard for you or anyone to play. So, anyways, one more time, there's the Action Replay DSi, the Game Genie for the Super Nintendo, Game Shark Pro for the Nintendo 64, the Game Genie for the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, original Nintendo, and the Game Shark Lite for the Sega Dreamcast. So once again, if there's any game enhancers, cheat codes, anything like that, basically, you know, cheating devices, please let me know, because I am curious. Like I said, there's the PlayStation 1, and then there's the Genesis one I'm looking for, and I would love to try to get a GameCube one. Those do exist, including a Wii, especially the Wii Action Replay, because, well, if you don't know, the Wii Action Replay, it lets you play Japanese imports of Wii games without actually, you know, modding your Wii and or Wii U. I don't know about the Wii U part, but that's really what I use it for, is importing Wii U games, including Wii games that's only in Japan or Europe, and playing here in North America. I think there's a 360 one, an Xbox original too, but I don't know. I can't tell you about that, but I don't know. I can, if it was real or not, because I don't know. I never seen one or heard of one, but if I knew, I'll let you guys know. Or just let me know in the comment section below. So once again, everybody, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below, and of course, let me know if you guys use any cheating devices to play through a game you guys just couldn't beat, or didn't have the time to, or didn't want to try anymore. Because it's fine, trust me, it's 100% fine. Don't feel bad about that. We're not every completionist, Gerard. We don't have times, you know, especially adults. I mean, children, I get if you do. And if you heard my dog sneeze, then bless you. So once again, everybody, thank you for watching. I'll see you all for the next one, right? Bye-bye.
Chaos Control!